Welcome back to Straight Talk. We do have to move on. Look, last week, and this relates to the gas thing, okay? Last week, we put it out to the community, like, send us your comments and so on. We'd like to read those back or bring those back on air. So without further ado, because it relates specifically to this, and I have permission to actually quote this person's comments. We got this this week from Louis Stacy. He writes, "Gwegwe gentlemen, I watched the episode about the gas tax issue last night on Mohawk TV. I feel you left Mr. Stacy off the hook too easily when you questioned him on why we are still paying the other taxes along with the specific tax which we can claim back. The gas station owners who do not remit these taxes as agreed upon in the permit they applied and signed for are said to be keeping this tax as profit. I question, and quote me on this, who authorized the gas station retailers in Kahnawake to tax the people of Kahnawake? Was it the MCK? I don't believe so. Was it any of our traditional councils? I don't believe so. I had a conversation with Mr. Stacy recently who told me that the gas station retailers are using that money for the case. I don't believe the gas station retailers have the right to tax the people so they can argue a political court battle when we have two types of government bodies who are responsible to represent the Mohawk people of Kahnawake on political issues. Mr. Stacy also stated that the proposed Quebec card will become universal in all areas of retail. If so, does this give all retail store owners the right to tax the people, not remit the tax, and use it to fight our political disagreements? I don't think so. I understand that you have time constraints for the show, but you did let him off too easy." Louis, thank you for your comments. As I said, anybody who has comments, send them to us, and we'll be happy to put that back out.
And you know, in some ways he is. It's just that for me personally, I felt that because he was only representing a gas station, even though Bully was there, Bully didn't want to come on, didn't want to answer the questions. Yeah, you're right. You know, maybe we should have been a little more tough on him, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, we at least thank him for Louis for making those comments, and anybody else that's out there that. That's, you know, send them in. If you don't want your name to be used, we'll read it, and then just make sure you put that so we can do it.
Anyway, so that's an ongoing issue. Just to tie up things with the council, because of the length of these discussions, and there were others also as to reestablishing monthly meetings, which I don't think got any firm commitments from anybody, which there ought to be. They didn't get to discuss the issue about the land-based gaming thing. And I think that's an important issue specifically because I don't think the big concerns are going to go ahead with it without a referendum.
And that's what I'm afraid of. And I think that if council does that, it's going to be an issue.
It will be.
It's going to be an issue that I don't think that they want to deal with. Is because I don't think the community is going to stand still to allow them to do it without asking or without anything, you know what I mean? I don't think that they can do what they want until the people say that they can't do it. So
stay tuned.
Don't wake up that sleeping giant, I would say.
Yeah. No, that will have to be addressed. And if there are issues.
In a monthly band meeting. No, just kidding.
Well, look at
it. But I mean, like the meeting ended at 11 o'clock at night, and they didn't get to a lot of things. So, you know, maybe it is time to revisit the thought of going back to monthly meetings.
Well, if the only
Whereas
thing
the
response...
reason why it was changed in the first place was because there was there wasn't a lot of people, a lot of participation. And I mean, I remember band meetings where there was like 15 people at, you know, and then this last meeting there was around 40 to 50 community members, which is I think a good chunk of people. To have them come out on a monthly basis, I don't know. There's something that they might look into.
Well, but there are the issues that are there.
Yeah,
you know,
the issues are always there.
But if you say, well, okay, we ran out of time to discuss something as important as this land-based gaming initiative, that's short shrift for the community. And if it's gonna be in 3 months' time, I'm sorry, that isn't acceptable.
But you
either.
see, that's the pattern that's going on as far as contentious issues. You know, Mall Council, they try to avoid it as much as possible.
But I also think that what they, again, I also understand that it is hard to get contact with the community members. And like I said, in the past, there was not a lot of people in attendance at the monthly meetings.
But again, I would say
You
too,
know,
though,
so-
but given the last 2 or 3 years of this quarterly thing, there's a lot of things, you know what, that get brought up at those meetings. I'll give you an example. A couple of years back, maybe 2 years ago, in a fall meeting, Mike DeLille was challenged over the very land thing we were talking about. Where's the land? Show us where the land is. Okay, and he was supposed to get back to that by the next meeting. 3 months goes by and it's completely forgotten about.
Right.
But one last thing on that meeting, and then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
I can guarantee you 100% that between now and the elections, because we're winding down,
Yeah.
that they're gonna be out there shaking hands and kissing babies, making promises, and everything that's sitting on the back burner that they're not telling the people, they're gonna start coming out with pieces at a time that are going to say, well, look, this is what I've done, this is what I'm doing, this is what's happening, we already decided this is, there's all these things that they sit on and they're not telling you anything, but I guarantee it, every election it comes up, vote for me and I'll set you free. So the next issue we have is the Iroquois Nationals.
The Iroquois Nationals, which is the world, they're at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship.
They made it
which
without,
is in, which
did
is
they have
in Prague,
passports?
Prague, Czechoslovakia.
Do they have
Yeah, no,
passports?
Czech,
it's great.
Czech Republic, sorry.
Yes, because we're here with our passports. That's a huge movement for.
No, it is.
Yeah, for lacrosse.
Yeah.
However, the issue, the last one was whether Great Britain, the tradition, or the ally, the last traditional ally.
Oh, with
of
United
the Iroquois
Kingdom, darling.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? The last known ally of the Iroquois refused to accept their passports.
Passports, and they were
Okay?
stuck in New York.
And they were
So
stuck in
congratulations to
Europe.
them,
But
keep
thank
it going,
goodness
I
for
hope
Prague.
that, I hope that they,
The Czechs.
yeah.
The
The Czechs accept
the Czechs.
the,
The checks in the mail.
I hope they do well.
So-
They
or
are doing well.
Or
They are
continue to do well, you know, and
Their
that's-
first game, I think that
that's
their
good.
opener, they won by a score of 23-3 over Ireland.
It's
Which
funny.
is a hotbed of lacrosse.
So keep up the good work. Anybody from our community?
Not that I know of,
Yes,
but
Charlie, the goaltender.
Oh, Charlie Goodleaf.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, and like I said, so far, just a quick update. As far as I know, this is just on Facebook. I got they won yesterday by a score of 11-10 over the United States, and in a very close game. And yeah, so they won their first 3, and they beat also. I can't remember the other country. They beat somebody else as well.
Does the UK, other than Ireland, do they have a team?
Yes, they do.
I hope they beat them too.
Keep
I hope they
winning.
win it all.
Hang in there.
Yeah, but historically, like if you look back over the years, the Iroquois Nationals, being uniquely in this type of world tournament, are uniquely representing Iroquois.
Good. Next issue is how do you wish to be consulted on land?
We talked that.
We talked that already.
Okay.
We're being consulted.
Okay.
This is the consultation.
Yeah, the consultation. Multi-dwelling unit, we got that one covered.
Actually, we didn't.
We didn't talk about that,
the
no.
multi-dwelling.
No, no.
Multi-dwelling,
Yeah.
the issue is
The apartments.
the apartments, but what's the issues on
Well,
that?
the issue there is that up until now, the people who lived in the town apartments, they paid $300 and something a month. Of that $300 and something a month, $100 was set aside to pay for hydro. If the tenants used more than $100 a month, they paid the difference. Now, what council has done is said that those people now, okay, they can still be paying that $340 something a month.
$385.
But now, after this month or whatever, they're gonna have to pay their own hydro.
Do they have a tenants committee
Because they
there?
said they have no, they don't. They don't have a tenants committee.
No?
No.
Maybe they need to get one.
Well,
To help
Yeah.
look at it. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe there's another way of of going about it, because, you know, it's, if you're always paying a certain amount, I mean, a lot of people are going in there because they're young families or new families, and, you know, some don't stay there long, but others are, that's their home. They're not going anywhere else because of financial situations. And they're already in a financial burden as it is, and now this becomes another burden. I think Carl
Lauren took a position on
took
it.
a
I mean, so
position
some of the
that-
councillors are taking positions, and Carl's was that, you know, he felt it's wrong to be doing this, because people are already in trouble.
So what do you do though?
But
What
the
happens?
the other side of the story is also that, I mean, I'm not saying that this is my opinion, but that nobody else on social,
Assistance or
social
anything.
assistance,
Are getting-
are getting that, unless you're in the apartments, you're not getting that $100.
So anyway, that's
You know?
an issue, and I guess if, what
So
I
is
would
it
like
fair?
though is what, if there's one of, if, you know, if there one of the tenants
Mm-hmm.
would like to come on to discuss that, we'd be more than willing
Right.
to
Mm-hmm. Okay.
do it.
So as far as we know, that it's not, they have to pay for their own
They have to pay for the
hydroelectricity.
hydro, and some people will say, you know, they should, some others say no.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if we can get more information, but if some of the tenants wanna come on.
And if
If it seems like we're going fast, we're running out of time, so
Okay,
we still
alright,
have, we wanna just
Bottled
cover some.
water advisory.
Bottled water advisory.
I've been
Oh,
drinking
was
all
it
along.
Tap water advisory.
Yeah, well, you got boiled water, I meant to
Yeah,
say.
boiled
On the
water.
weekend, they were flushing the hydrants and.
Yeah, anyways, I know in certain buildings here,
Okay.
they never drink the tap water anymore.
Yeah.
KSCS,
Yes.
what are we doing?
Apparently it's
Okay.
a scam.
There's a scam. Somebody's going around in the community collecting bottles or can drive for KSCS.
Somebody from the community or not from the community?
I'm not sure. They just said that they're not.
Somebody's
Whoever
misrepresenting
is
themselves.
whoever is soliciting cans for KSCS, it's not
Ask
for
for their
KSCS.
ID.
And if they do, if they're somebody's. But this has been brought up recently, not just concerning us, but also like other people who are saying like, I'm raising money for this, I'm raising money for that. Always ask for credentials or you can get scammed.
All
Okay.
right, now,
Speaking of cans,
cans,
soda.
Pepsi, we're
Pepsi
advertising
Refresh.
Pepsi.
Pepsi Refresh.
Yeah, Pepsi Refresh Project. Gadiwa Noru is a possible recipient for $100,000.
Yeah, I think they're going for that 100.
Yeah, and it's you go on. I think it's on Facebook, and you have to vote to
They go to
support.
go to Pepsi.ca.
Oh, Pepsi.ca.
And, yeah, you gotta go to Pepsi.ca. If you go to because there's a US version.
Right.
Okay, and you won't be able to vote on, you won't be able to find it, but you can go to Pepsi.ca for the refresh.
And it's called Save the Mohawk Language.
Save the Mohawk language.
Save the Mohawk
And you can-
language.
You can vote as many times as you want.
So go on the website,
Vote.
and vote as many times as you can to try to get them into first place, hopefully, if not the top 5, and then I
Top
think
five, they get
they
a
go on
share.
to another,
Yeah.
they go on to another round or whatever the circumstances.
Something like
All the
that.
information is on there anyway, or speak to somebody from
Kariwanono.
and they'll give you more.
There's always stuff on Facebook too.
You know, we apologized for speeding you up at the end, but we're running out of time. So that's another episode of Straight Talk. If you have any questions or comments surrounding this show or any other, did I do something wrong? No. Okay.
Nothing.
If you have any questions or comments surrounding this show or any other show, drop us a line and call us at 450-632-NEWS. That's 450-632-6397. You can email me at michaelstocksenior@hotmail.com or Ross at
RKM54@simpatico.ca. And once again, we'd be happy to read your comments on air about anything we discuss in this program, whatever your opinion is. If you don't want your name mentioned, we won't mention your name.
thank yous again.
Thank you.
Yawa.
See you next time.
Onagawahi.
On to you.